doing. God bless y'all. Welcome again to Ron's Opinion Don't Matter. Hopefully, y'all having a blessed day. Sorry, I'm trying to see this thing over here. Hopefully, y'all having a blessed, wonderful day. Hopefully, all is well in your lives. It's going to be an interesting day. A very interesting day. I don't know if y'all actually looked at the video, the title of the video, but if you haven't, please take a look. Because we have 5 tyrannical Republicans. Joe Hogan, Kathleen Tomlinson, I think that's how you say it, Craig Williams, Martina White, and Kristen Marcel, I think it is. Tyrannical. Because they voted in a way, and all of these are in the state of Pennsylvania. So, again, they're all Republicans. All 5 of these are Republicans, not Democrats, which y'all know I go in on Democrats all the time. But I always say on my lives, and I say this many a time, I don't care if you're Democrat or you're Republican. If you show signs of being tyrannical, I'm going to call you out on it. And these 5 politicians that are Republican in the state of Pennsylvania are tyrannical. That's why I'm putting them on alert. Zoom Fire, how you doing? God bless you. Welcome in, welcome in. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And in my opinion, they are tyrannical. I just don't care if you're Republican and I don't care if you're Democrat. If I see you moving and voting in a way that is against our rights to keep and bear arms, that keep us from having access to the best weapons possible, because what y'all doing is not affecting criminals whatsoever. It's affecting everyday honest citizens who's trying to have their right to keep and bear arms to protect themselves from a tyrannical government, which you are a member of now because people elected you in office, you stupid 5 of them. And all of a sudden now you want to portray the people that voted for you by voting in a way that's going to limit the everyday citizens that voted for you. So I consider you, as a Republican, tyrannical. Yes, 5 Republicans in the state of Pennsylvania, and I mentioned their names earlier, and I'll mention it again. I'll read them off, are tyrannical because they voted to limit everyday citizens the right to keep and bear arms in the state of Pennsylvania, which you should have known better than that, than to do that in the state of Pennsylvania. Now, if you was in Philadelphia, you kind of think differently, but the state of Pennsylvania, no, we ain't playing that. How you doing from Ireland? Claire, how you doing? God bless you. What we talking about is the fact that we got in the state of Pennsylvania, United States, the state of Pennsylvania, we have 5 Republicans that basically voted to limit your ability and your rights to keep and bear arms. Yes, I'm not giving a whole lot of details. You can go find that out on your own if you really want to. But at the end of the day, they wanted to limit your right to keep and bear arms. That don't affect criminals. That affects citizens, not criminals. What's up, Chung? How you doing? God bless you. Welcome in. Borderland friend. Hi, how you doing? From Washington. From Sweden. God bless you. God bless you. Welcome in. And hopefully y'all having a blessed, wonderful day. Please do a brother a favor and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it very, very much. And this is what I mean by you never vote for politicians. You never vote for politicians. Hey, Leah, how you doing? God bless you. Welcome, man. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. All well. And yes, we have 5 Republicans that voted to limit your right to keep and bear arms. I mean, if you go look at what they voted for, you really be pissed. You would really be pissed. You'd be teed off that Republicans actually betrayed the people that voted for them by voting in line with Democrats in the state of Pennsylvania to limit your right to keep and bear arms. to make it more complicated for you. They know it don't affect criminals, but they did it for you. And these Republicans are Joe Hogan, Kathleen Thomason, Craig Williams, Martina White, and Christian Marcel. These are the 5 Republicans in the state of Pennsylvania that betrayed the voters. Oh, really? It's extremely disappointing. And that's why we need to, Aaliyah, and that's why I'm calling them out. Because every time I tell people on my lives, I said, if you have politicians that vote to limit your right to keep and bear arms, we need not to vote for them. I consider them to be tyrannical. That's where I consider them. And at this point, those 5 Republicans are tyrannical politicians, and you should never vote for them again. The betrayal, the level of betrayal. I am not a Democrat. I am a Republican until further notice. Let me make that clear. I'm a Republican until further notice. I am not loyal to no party if you go rogue. If the party go rogue, then it's game over for me. Yes, I am Republican. Yes, I voted for Trump. But I am not that loyal to no party that I will just automatically keep voting for you and not think beyond that. Because if the Republican Party start to become what I see in the Democratic Party, they will not get my vote neither. I'll figure something else out. But if you're on this live, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. These 5 politicians in the state of Pennsylvania are rogue Republicans. And we need never to vote for them again, and we need to expose them. And this is why we need to expose them. Listen, let me explain something to y'all. And this is for the people and the idiots that I know that's going to come in here and say some stupid stuff. So I'm going to clear a lot of stuff up for y'all today. Number 1, when it comes to your right to keep and bear arms, they will say, oh, we need to do background checks, right? We would need a gun registry. Why in the world would you need any of this stuff? We already have background checks. But why would you need a gun registry to stop criminals? Like these criminals, this is how stupid this is. Why would you need a gun registry to stop criminals? Like criminals are going to go register their gun. This is how stupid these politicians are. So the criminals are going to look at a gun registry and say, you know what, let me go register my gun. Let me go get my firearm and register so y'all know I got one. This is how dumb that is. The only people that's going to do that is law-abiding citizens, which they shouldn't, and I don't recommend it. But that's what I'm talking about. The gun registry is never going to affect criminals. So why would you even vote that way? The other thing is this: if you think people going to follow that, we got laws against drunk driving, don't we? But yet people are still getting pulled over for what? Drunk driving. So this is how idiotic that is. That's how idiotic that is. Now here's another one. In case your guns get stolen, then you report it. If your gun gets stolen, you report it. That's it. That way, if something happens with it, it's not on you. Why? Because it was reported stolen. See, y'all don't see what they're really trying to do. I don't care if they're Democrat. I don't care if they're Republican. The whole purpose behind that is for them to know what you have so that when they want to go tyrannical, they know who got them. That's all that is. The game plan for that, 100%, is to know who have firearms government-wise so they can go disarm you. That's no other reason for it. You don't need background checks and you don't need registries. Because you guys keep thinking it's about criminals and it's not. None of this is about criminals. It's about government. The Second Amendment is not about criminals. That's a byproduct. It's about you having the right to keep and bear arms to protect yourself from government. So you won't let the government decide what you can and cannot have. This is the idiocy of it. You keep trusting the government who you say you don't trust. You trust the government to be honest, who you also say you don't trust. The government don't care about you. The minute they vote that way, is know what they know is not going to affect criminals. It's only going to give them more authority to control you. Because now you have limitations to the best weapons possible to defend yourself against government when they decide to go tyrannical. Because that's the end game. It's the tyrannical government, not about criminals. That's the stuff they keep trying to sell you. That's the stuff they're trying to sell you. That's what they're trying to sell you. So that you can think that they're there for you. And the reality of it is that the more they disarm you, the more they're going to come control you. If COVID hasn't taught you idiots anything, it should have taught you that. Because when Joe Biden got in office, what did he do? He showed you that the government can become tyrannical because they told you to stay in the house. And y'all obeyed them. And then all of a sudden, these people ran out and started buying guns. Gun sales shot through the roof because now people had a reality check of, oh, government can go tyrannical. So then y'all proving my point. And you want to let these same type of people decide what you can and cannot have. Joe Biden told y'all to stay in the house and you better get this shot. Stay in the house and you better get this shot. That's what he did. And y'all fell for it. Stay in the house and you better get this shot. If not, you ain't gonna have a job. You ain't gonna have this. You ain't gonna have that. We as the government is gonna take it all away from you. And y'all obeyed them. Meanwhile, you never took the time to say we have a Second Amendment. We have the right to keep and bear arms. And we need to check the government for trying to check us. It's the people that's supposed to rule, not government. But y'all not getting that part. That's the reason why we have the right to keep and bear arms. It's not just about guns. It's about having access to the best weapons possible to defend yourself from a tyrannical government. All of these Democrats said Trump was like Hitler, right? All these Democrats said Trump was going to be like Hitler. What did Hitler do? Disarm the people. And then came in and controlled them. So if they thought Trump was going to be like Hitler, why are they not trying to free up your right to keep and bear arms to protect yourself from the person that they said was going to be like Hitler? That's how you know they lying. And they full of crap. My point, they said it. All these Democratic politicians were screaming and hollering, Trump's going to be a dictator. Trump's going to be a dictator. Trump's going to be a dictator. Meanwhile, they're the same ones trying to limit your right to keep and bear arms. And now we got 5 idiotic Republicans doing the same thing. This is why I say what I say on my lives. Do not trust anybody in government. That's what the right to keep and bear arms is about. To protect yourself from a tyrannical government. That's it. It has nothing to do with criminals. That's a byproduct. And just like they're human beings, they can say one thing one day and turn around and say something else another day. And now you got to deal with the consequences of your vote. Because I know I voted for these people. I know I voted for these people. How is he a big dictator? Show me one thing that shows Trump as a dictatorship right now. Meanwhile, Trump right now is even fighting for convicted felons. For the bullcrap that the Democrats was throwing on them, giving them the right to keep and bear arms because Trump knows That it has nothing to do with being a criminal. It has everything to do with you having the right to keep and bear your arms to protect yourself from a tyrannical government. The same tyrannical government was trying to do to him. Using the power of the government to try to stop him from winning an election. But y'all keep jumping on the side of the tyrannicals. Trump ain't God, bro. No, that's one thing I ain't gonna never give Trump a position of is God. I like him, but he ain't God. No, he ain't. Sorry. Trump is not God, not even close. He sit on the shitter just like we do. I ain't gonna never put no Trump on no level of that, no God. You gotta be out of your mind. He sit on the shitter just like we do. Nah, he ain't God, not even close. Not even close. I don't worship nobody but Jesus Christ. That's who I worship. That's my Lord and Savior. I don't worship nobody but Jesus Christ. But I'm not stupid enough, number one, to trust any person that much that I can't turn around and say, oh, you're a problem. I like Trump. I voted for Trump. And I would do it again. But I'm not going to put him on a position of God. Are you crazy? Trump better than Martin Luther King. That's a good one. No. I'm going to say no. But I'm not too sure. I know enough about Trump's history that to know that he's a decent person. But if he keep going on the train that he's going right now, yeah, he'll end up being better. And that's real talk. He'll end up being better because I'm going to tell you like this. Martin Luther King made a mistake of trying to encourage black people. The biggest mistake Martin Luther King did was encouraging black people to support the Democratic Party, who is the party of slavery. Who is the party of slavery. So that's where my problem with Martin Luther King, and I don't think he did it intentionally. I just think it was a mistake. Because if he would have saw what it became today, yeah, he would have never did that. If Martin Luther King would have saw what the Democrat Party has become today, I don't think he would have rolled that way. What is Trump doing for black people today? I'm going to tell you exactly what Trump is doing for black people today. Since you asked that question, bam, I love that question. What is Trump doing for black people today? Okay, I'm going to tell you what he's doing. He's undoing everything that the Democratic Party did to black people today. Number one, when everybody came across that border, when all these illegal immigrants came across that border, the Democratic Party shoved them into the black community. And then the Democratic Party kept shoving them in the black community, taking the jobs, the resources, and everything else. You know what Trump did? He went in Chicago, black community. Philadelphia, black community. All of the black communities and what? And packing these shipping these illegal immigrants out of here so that black American citizens can have the resources they supposed to have. That's number one. Number two, he has a black woman who's the pardon czar. Why? Because he know that black men, by and large, has been mistreated and stuck in prison for the wrong reasons a lot of time. So he has a black woman that's a pardon czar, going into the prison, freeing up a lot of black men who should not be sitting there on these hard crimes that they should not be there for that reason. But I know you don't see that part. Trump also knows in all of the black neighborhoods, get them out of there. So when he went in Washington, D.C., right? Let me explain something to you. And he sent the National Guard there. Guess how many black people died while they were there? 0. No murders. 0. Chicago. No murders. 0. That's what he's doing for black people, saving black lives like it should be saved. And guess what? This black man right here, because I listened to him, my wealth has increased since she got in office. Now, if you ain't listened, that's on you. But I did. So you look in the black neighborhoods where he shoved all the Democratic Party. Listen, when they sent these illegals in there, guess where they put them at? They took them to Martha's Vineyard, where all the Democrats are. Guess what the Democrats did? Packed them up on the boat. In them buses and shipped them to the black communities and told the black communities, y'all gonna have to deal with them. And y'all don't see nothing wrong with that. And then Trump comes in, removing them out of the black communities because that's where they're at. And y'all don't think that's doing for y'all. This is how stupid that sounds. You live in that neighborhood, crime is off the roof, robbing, stealing, drugs, all this stuff is happening in your neighborhood. He comes in with the National Guard and tries to make the neighborhood better. How is that not for you when you're the one benefiting from it? That's how stupid y'all sound. Yes, it do. Because if you don't want the military there, that means you part of the problem. If you don't want the military there, then you are part of the problem. That means your drug business and your illegal business is being affected by law enforcement being there. That's the only people that's going to have a problem with that is people that's up there breaking the law. Nobody else. If I get up and go to work every day and I see the law enforcement, I'm not worrying about what they're doing. I'm going to work. I'm an honest citizen. That don't affect me. But if I'm a part of the criminal element, then oh yeah, I don't want them here. Why? It's messing with my drug business. It's messing with my criminal business. I can't go rob the stores and steal from the stores because all of these people here watching. See, somewhere along the line, y'all got okay with taking from somebody else that did not earn it. So you tell me how that's not for the black community when that's where it's affected at. And meanwhile, there's no black people dying in that neighborhood no more. So if you cared about black people so much, and if you cared about the better black people so much, you will be happy that the National Guard is there and no more young black men got killed and murdered. Obviously, you want that. That means you want that. You want them to keep dying and murdering and robbing and stealing if you got a problem with that. You want that lifestyle. You want that element there. You okay with all the fentanyl and people dying and stuff. You okay with the shooting on the streets and stuff. You okay with that. Not one Democrat, the mayors that are there didn't even do that. Oh, crime is down. Yeah, okay. So you can't sit there and tell that to me because I'm watching it happen in real life, in real time. I'm not listening to propaganda. I see it. I sound ignorant, but yet the National Guard stopped black people from dying in Chicago and in Washington, D.C., and all the places that they went into, no murders. No murders. No, the crime dropped drastically. Even the mayor had to admit it in Washington, D.C. She had to stand there and admit it, that it works. Then you should listen, Julian Thomas, you should ask yourself that question to the mayors in their cities. Why do Trump have to bring the National Guard in to do the job that the mayor and the police department and local ones should be doing already? He shouldn't have to. But if I see you ain't doing the job and doing it right, I'm going to show you how to do it. He shouldn't have to, but he did. But he did. Y'all can be mad at me, and I'm cool with that. But he did. See, I don't want black people in those neighborhoods to keep dying senselessly because of idiots on the street. I love all community, and I love my own community too. So I'm glad he did, because now I don't have to see black men dying senselessly. of black women, of people getting robbed and stole. I want every day hardworking, honest citizens, no matter if you white, black, Korean, whatever race you come from, I can care less. I want you to be able to enjoy your life without being victimized 24/7. Or feeling like you're going to be victimized 24/7 and watching over your shoulder 24/7 because people on the street don't know how to behave. So I'm not okay with that. Since the National Guard entered there, the crime dropped dramatically everywhere they went. And this is my point. Y'all mad at the wrong people. By and large, African Americans, black, whatever way, melanated, whatever way you want to describe it, has been voting that way. Democrat. By and large, we've been voting the Democrat. See, here's where the problem with that is. When someone automatically gets your vote, they take it for granted. Listen, if somebody automatically gets your vote, they're going to take it for granted. Why? Because it's automatic. I don't have to earn it. I don't have to do anything for it. I just know that you are already going to vote for me. That's why the black communities get treated the way they get treated from a Democratic Party, because they don't appreciate the vote because they know they're going to get it automatically. Now, the Republican Party, they're going to ignore the hell out of you. You know why? Because they know you're not going to vote for them. They already know because you program, you're not going to vote for them. So that's why they don't even campaign for it. And we as black people make the mistake of just automatically giving somebody our vote and not letting them earn it. That's the reason why I got on this live and I said, we got 5 tyrannical Republicans, because my loyalty is not to Republicans when they do that stuff. I voted for these people. And now you're going to try to limit my right to keep and bear arms? Oh, no, you're not going to do that twice. Number one, you will never get my vote again. These 5 Republicans will never get my vote again. Number 2, I'm going to make sure people know Republicans that would probably normally vote for these people, as much as I possibly can, don't vote for them. They can't be trusted. And these are Republicans, not Democrats. 5 Republicans, state of Pennsylvania, voted to limit your right to keep and bear arms. I will never vote for them again. They can't even earn my vote back. I do not care. And I'm going to relentlessly, in the state of Pennsylvania, try my best to hope that they never win again, because they can't be trusted as Republicans. They can't be trusted because of the way they voted. They know that we don't play that, but yet they did it. And I'm talking about Joe Hogan, Kathleen Thomason, Christine Marcel, Craig Williams, and Martina White. 5 rogue Republicans that are tyrannical. Don't ever vote for them. Republicans, don't ever vote for them. State of Pennsylvania. Mark my words. This will not be the last time I talk about this. I have a problem with Republicans that betray the people that voted for them. You're right, Leah, they can't be. I don't trust nothing what mainstream media does. I'm not voting. Listen what I'm trying to tell you. I am not voting for these Republicans. These 5 Republicans will not get my vote anymore because I can't trust them. So I will have to redo research and find out who I will vote for. Listen, in the state of Pennsylvania, honestly, I will vote for John Featherman before I vote for these ones. And he's a Democrat. I will vote for John Featherman before I vote for any one of these Republicans. And he's a Democrat. No, I'm good. I talk like this every time. Kimberly Frazier, you weird. Yep. John said we're ending free speech, said Chicken Little. Oh, Are you in danger of losing your mind? Nope. I'm perfectly fine. Maverick says it's not where it's called being based. Yeah, Leah, that's all they do. But hey, listen, I'm used to it. It don't even bother me. I don't, and listen, I don't care when people say the names. I don't care if they call me this, call me Uncle Ruckus, call me a sellout. I can care less. Because at the end of the day, I'm winning over here. Everything that I voted for, I'm winning. Now, unfortunately, these 5 Republicans, I didn't vote for what they did. I have a problem for what they did. So now I have to relentlessly go and make sure that no one votes for these people so we don't have people in office that I'm trying to limit your right to keep and bear arms. Because that's not your job. ASMR. Vote Democrat. Kamala can fix it. Kamala can't fix anything. She can't even fix her drinking habit. Kamala Harris couldn't fix her drinking habit. She the reason why we still working on the we had to do all that to the border. She was the border czar, but couldn't fix the one job she had. The one job Kamala Harris was to be the border czar. She couldn't even do that. Let millions and millions of illegal immigrants come in because she was too busy drunk and not doing her job. Kamala Harris couldn't fix a tied shoe. Kamala Harris could not fix a tied shoe. That's how dumb she is. That's how dumb Kamala Harris is. She cannot fix a tied shoe. Frankie said, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm talking about the 5 rogue Republicans. He said Kamala Harris was never the border czar, but yet Kamala Harris said she was the border czar. She said it. Joe Biden said it. And my thing is this, she had one job. Now, here's the crazy part about Kamala Harris, right? What's up, Ed? How you doing? Listen, if anybody on my live, do me a favor. Go to Anthony and Leah. Subscribe to their channel. Subscribe to their channel. Leah and Anthony. Why? Anthony's trying to get to 50 subscribers so he can go live. So help him out and go to Anthony's channel and follow his channel. Leah, that's my dog. We talk. We cool. We family. Follow her. Y'all want some smoke? Go there too. I laugh at them when they say that. Listen, I'm going to ask y'all a question for y'all Kamala Harris lovers. Where was she at the first 2 years she was in office? Why they kept hiding her? What's up, Chish? For real, how you doing? God bless you. Welcome in. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. Why was Kamala Harris lost for the first 2 years since Joe Biden was in office? Huh? Why was she in office? Why were they hiding her? See, they knew she was dumb. They knew that Kamala Harris was about as sharp as a bowling ball. They knew she was dumb. So they was trying everything they can do. We better not let her talk. And then when everybody kept asking where Kamala Harris is at some point, they was like, all right, we can't keep hiding her. And then she came out and started talking. And it just went bad from that point on. I'm going to tell you what Kamala Harris is really good at. This right here, hands down, Kamala Harris is the MVP of this right here. Word salad. Kamala Harris, if you want to know what she's good at, speaking in word salad, Kamala Harris is brilliant at. She is the OG of speaking in word salad. So if you want to know what she's good at, she's very good at speaking in word salad. And second to that, at being drunk. So those are the things. Now, if you want somebody to teach you how to be drunk, vote Kamala Harris. If you want to teach somebody to teach you how to speak in word salad, vote Kamala Harris. And at that point, you will learn, because I think word salad is a new language she came up with. Kamala Harris is the OG of speaking in word salad. Cory Booker just raised taxes. Cory Booker is a piece of crap. I know somebody that know Cory Booker personally. He's a piece of crap. And you're right, Leah. You never understand the power of good trolling. Yep, I learned from Kamala Harris. I said word salad 6 times. I learned from Kamala Harris. I said don't do drugs. How did you learn how to do drugs? I learned it by watching you. Frankie said, are you related to Steven from the Django? I might be. I don't know. I don't know. I might be related to him. Y'all keep saying her name wrong. Nobody cares what her name is. That's the truth. Nobody cares how to say Kamala Harris's name right or wrong. Why do people make that a big deal? I don't know. Nobody cares. People say my name wrong all the time. I got a family member that hear people say my name wrong all the time. Like my government name. They'll say it wrong all the time. I don't get mad. I used to. I did. I used to get real mad, but it don't bother. Is it Kamala Harris or Haktua Harris? Y'all funny. Let me explain something to you, Curry. A lot of people always saying back up this, back up that. They trust what the government say. They say the government is lying. They trust what the government say, but then they say the government is lying. So who do you trust with the information that you get? You really do trust all this information that you get? He said AOC is the truth. Y'all funny. Y'all funny. AOC is the truth. We'll see when she runs for president. And for all of the people that voted, now I can't say nothing for the white people that voted for Democrats because they might have benefit. But I can speak to the black people. I can tell you right now, ain't no black people in America has benefited from voting Democrat because we at the lower the totem pole. 70 years we've been supporting the Democratic Party, and yet, by and large, the black people is on the lower end of the totem pole. Meanwhile, all of the Democratic politicians are extremely wealthy, but the people that vote for them are not even close. It's like, I'm going to use going to church as an example. Not every church. I don't have no beef with church. I love God and I love that. But I'm going to use a church situation as an example. Some churches. Imagine you going to church, to the same church, every day, right? Every Sunday you go to the same church, right? The pastor preaches good sermons every Sunday or whenever he preaches. This pastor is driving a Bentley. He got 4 Bentleys outside at his house. His house is worth $2 to $3, $4, $5 million. Right? This pastor, his house is extremely wealthy. He wants for nothing. And you still going to that church. Meanwhile, you doing all you can do the right way. You've been evicted 4, 5 times. You can't get no help from the very church that you've been feeding into. You struggling across the board. Meanwhile, the pastor's living well. And you keep giving to that church. This is what the black people do as it relates to the Democratic Party. You keep feeding the church with everything and get nothing in return. The minute I started abandoning all that stuff, it drastically changed. And I can't even explain why. So you can still vote Democrat, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, all y'all wants to. But for me, in my house, we went Republican until further notice. I'm letting y'all know that, until further notice. And things have changed drastically. Even the conversation, everybody talk in the form of hope as opposed to disparity. It's crazy how everybody talks in the form of hope, but not in the form of disparity. So for those that keep thinking I don't know what I'm talking about, it's been beneficial to me by far. Ever since I switched the game up. Because I used to be a Democrat. I used to vote Democrat. So I'm not speaking from someone else's experience. I'm speaking from my own. Finally, I got away from noise and start voting for substance, and I'm getting what I voted for. When have you? I'm getting what I voted for. 100% right now. Unless something changed. I'm talking about as a president related to President Trump. I'm not talking about these rogue Republicans because I didn't vote for that. The way they voted, I didn't vote for that. But I'm talking about Trump. I'm getting 100% what I voted for. And everything that I voted for is being affected by his decisions, and I'm winning. I'm on the winning end of it now. When Biden was in there, I was on the worst end. Now I'm on the winning end. So why wouldn't anybody convince me to vote differently when I'm winning and getting everything that I asked for, that I voted for? Your day will come. What do you mean by that? When you say my day will come, what do you mean by that? How have I won and how much? I'm not just talking about money. I'm just talking about my vote and money collectively. All of my investments are up dramatically. All of them. Now, I'm not winning on every spec, but I'm talking about my account-wise as a whole is on the winning end. All of them. All of my investment accounts are in the winning end. Not every stock individually-wise. The vast majority of them are. But I'm talking about, and I'm just talking financially, the other thing is I wanted that border closed. That was a big deal to me. I wanted the border closed, and I'm getting what I voted for. I wanted them to start deporting these illegal immigrants out of here. I'm okay with immigration if you do it the right way. I don't like illegal immigration. I treat it the same way I treated my home. I'm getting what I voted for. I wanted Trump to put tariffs on these countries and other countries. I wanted that because I don't want them to keep taking advantage of this country. Just making money off of America and not getting that, and we not getting anything in return. I wanted that because I wanted him to force these companies to either pay the tariffs or bring it over here so that we can have manufacturing and building and all that stuff right here back in America like it should be, as much as possible. So I'm okay with the tariffs. Some people not, because they don't understand it fully, but I do. I look at tariff the same way if I own my land and I was doing a flea market on my land. You're not going to come on my land, make money off of my land, and I don't get nothing out of it in return. So this is my country. You want to sell products in my country, and we don't get nothing in return. Yeah, okay. Y'all okay? Y'all let the Democrats keep telling y'all that lie y'all want to. I'm okay with, listen, I'm okay with prices going up. You know why I'm okay with it? And the working class citizens, I want y'all to hear this. This is why I know Trump was thinking this out very, very good. That's the reason why he came up with no tax on overtime. And that's why he came up with no tax on tips, so that the working class can be able to afford the sting of the tariffs when he put them into effect. That way, because you get to keep more of your hard-earned money. So if the tariffs causes the price to go up a little bit more, you still going to have more money to work with because he's not taxing your tips and he's not taxing your overtime. But let's go a little bit further with that because y'all don't think beyond y'all thoughts. That's the reason why he went after the energy and freeing up energy and drilling in the oil. Why? So that he can bring down the cost of fuel and energy costs. Why? So that you can have more money in your pocket and you can decide what you want to do with it. That might take a little longer, but that was the plan. And none of that is to benefit the billionaires that the Democrats keep telling you that it's for. That's the working class. That's for the working class. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all hitting that subscribe button. And guess what? It don't matter what skin color you are. As long as you got a job and as long as you working and you work in that industry, it benefits you. He said working class is going. No, it ain't. I see working class every day, especially when I pull up at Dunkin' Donuts. Again, y'all can be mad all y'all want. I love the trolling. Make sure y'all hitting the like button. Make sure y'all hitting the subscribe button. That way you can guarantee you're going to come back and troll all you want to. He said a steak was 20. If it's $25 under Trump, a steak was $50 under Biden. See, all y'all keep talking about with Trump, but everybody seem to forget all this stuff was up. Nothing is at the price it was when Biden was in office. Nothing. Not one thing is at the price of when Biden was in office. When they was doing all that stuff and created all that inflation. Nothing is at that price no more. But I know that these type of people could never be satisfied. That's why you don't try to satisfy them. Those type of people, Trump, like Trump said, Trump can cure cancer for 1 billion people and they still gonna hate him. So it doesn't matter what you say. You don't even try to win them over. Let them stay where they at and you just keep winning with them. That's it. It doesn't matter what you do. Those people have so much hate in their blood for anybody. It ain't even about Trump. Anything that is good, they gotta hate for it. So it's nothing you can do to satisfy these type of people. Nothing. They're never gonna be happy. They like misery. They like hate. That's why anybody that tries to do good, what happens? Evil is always trying to kill it. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. They killed Charlie Kirk. They tried to kill Trump. They strapped Jesus to a cross. Those type of people, always virtual and signaling like they're the better people, but in reality, they have nothing but hate in their heart. And with that said, that's why I know they need Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior to help them with that hate. They need Christ as their Lord and Savior to help them with their hate because they can't see past anything else but hate. I don't have no hate in my heart. I don't hate nobody. I might not like what they're doing, but I do not hate the person. I might not agree with what they're doing, but I don't hate the person. And anybody that know me personally, if I see you doing something meaningful, I'm willing to support it. If I can, I would encourage you to do better. That's my makeup. That's how I am. But these type of people, they don't even realize how much hate they have in their heart. You can't change them. They got to want to change. That's why I don't cater to them. That's why I don't care what they say. That's why it has no effect on me. Because they have hate in their heart. They have no love for nobody. They have hate. They don't even realize where they're at. They have hate. They can't even get themselves out of the hate. Anything good happens in their life, they still will go seek out a reason to hate. Jesus can help with that. That's all I got. That's what I'm saying. Jesus can help with that. You need Christ, and he can help you with that hate. The right way. See, when Jesus does it for you, it's done. When you do it for you, it's going to go back. But when Jesus do it for you, it's done. Because Jesus will do a finished work in you. Not a partial work, not a possible work, but he'll do a finished work in you. Finished work. And no, I'm not nobody that's a preacher. I ain't got no church, and this ain't no offering moment or none of that type of stuff. I'm just saying, what helped me is Jesus Christ. That's why I don't have no hate in my heart. I don't hate nobody. Sometimes I don't like what people do, but I don't have no hate for them. But there's some people that nothing you can do, they're going to always have hate in their heart. And that's where you need Jesus Christ, because he can help you with that. But with that said, I got to get ready to get up out of here. I appreciate every single one of y'all, the haters, the hateettes, the lovers, the loveettes, and you even in between. This kind of talks like, I hate this guy, but I kind of like the guy. I don't really like this guy. He kind of cool. He seemed like he all right, but I don't like him. Can't stand what he's saying. You know, that type of stuff. But I got to get ready to get up out of here. Please, everybody on this live, whether you hate me or not, have a blessed, wonderful day. Please stay safe out there. Until next week. And here, wait a minute before I go. If y'all still on this live, every Sunday, 12 o'clock noon, I have a show with my brothers, Ant Like a Bug, Rest in Peace Bam Bam, Out the Pit, and the Fattatula show every Sunday at 12 noon. Every Sunday at 12 noon. We have a show, Eastern Standard Time, what we call the Frackers. It's not about politics. It's no particular subject. It's just five brothers on there acting a fool. And it's going to be one of the best shows you ever seen in your life. So if you're on this live, please like and subscribe. Make sure you check out the Fracker show on Sunday at 12 o'clock noon Eastern Standard Time. Believe me when I tell you, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. And with that said, I'm getting ready to get up out of here. Every single one of y'all have a blessed, wonderful day. I'm out of here. Peace.